Communication is the heartbeat of leadership. It aligns people behind a shared vision. It builds trust. It inspires action. And it turns strategy on paper into results. The tools might have changed over the years, from cave drawings to AI avatars. But what has not changed is that communication continues to be the force that binds people. I have spent more than 16 years helping leaders and professionals shift from speaking anxiety to become confident, strategic communicators who drive business results. In 2020, the way we communicate shifted yet again. Working from home has given us incredible flexibility, but it has also quietly taken away the social connection our brains need to thrive. One of the biggest steps in helping people speak confidently in public is actually helping them reconnect socially. Because when people connect, trust grows, and when trust grows, conversations flow. Public speaking takes that connection from one-to-one to one-to-many. That is why, in my signature Speaker Ignite program, before I help you step onto a stage, I help you rekindle your confidence and rediscover how to truly communicate with one another.
I learned a lot about public speaking, facilitating. These are all the kind of softer skills that you don't get to learn about in a corporate environment, especially because I also have an accounting background. So it's very numbers-based. I find it very hard to speak openly in public. Speaker Ignite has changed my whole perspective in terms of and speaking in public and engaging with people.
Communication is a very important tool.
The Speaker Ignite program has really pushed me to my limits. I learned how to speak with clarity and be able to refine my communication skills and make sure that I get the message out right.
The posture before program was an introvert. I had to choose my words. Voice was shaky, not sure of what I'm trying to say. The posture that's living today is getting there to the confidence that's required.
The first time when I came here, I was very shy. I was not even able to socialize with other people before.
Speaker Ignite. For someone who's suffering with confidence, so that boosted my confidence. So that one for me stood out.
Before, I wasn't confident. I doubted my leadership capabilities. There's a lot of my personality that came out.
We started with Dineshrie, igniting the speaker. So the confidence was very low. I had a very low self-esteem. There was a moment where Dineshrie reflected on the fear. Write down your fears and tear them out. That was a wow moment for me. It feels like you had that toxic energy inside of you.
The program has been able to shape me into a good communicator, and I am more confident.
You've made me feel more confident in speaking. I just remain quiet. Now, my boss even said to me, I noticed something different about you. You're just a lot more confident. And you speak up more.
For the program, very much focused on traditional way of leadership, traditional ways of presenting.
Biggest highlight on my side was on the ability to speak and the communication.
The Speaker Ignite. I'm more into training frontline. It enhanced my abilities. How do I present myself, my gestures, my eye contact, my voice, my tone?
The version of me that started the program was more reserved. I wasn't confident enough in terms of even introducing myself. If I'm introducing myself to a potential client, they may not even know what my true abilities are. Now I've learned that actually there are ways around of getting yourself out there and having a voice.
I thought I was an introvert. It has really proved me wrong. I'm actually somebody who's very sociable.
The Khabo today she is well-spoken, inspired. She has been motivated. Communication has improved.
I really enjoyed the Speaker Ignite program. The program for me has given me the tools and the confidence to be a better speaker. I can use these skills to propel my career into a leadership position.
I encourage delegates to make a 2% shift. Small changes that create big momentum in their speaking and leadership journey. everyone walks away with personal actions that they're ready to put into practice.
I'm here because I know I'm meant to be here.
The one that stood out for me the most, I would say, is the Ignite program. Everything I learned there was completely new. I think the one that was most meaningful for me was how to actually structure your speech. If you have a structure, then it makes it easier for you to actually deliver that speech. Every time, whether I'm doing a presentation, I didn't have a structure. Now with this structure at the back of my mind, it makes it a lot more easier
To speak more. Every opportunity that I get to speak, with every opportunity I get, I want to speak, take a certain, technique, utilize it in a different, opportunities where I get.
What stood out the most for me was the monthly or quarterly feedback. I think that's something that's very applicable in my field, and I found that to be really an improvement on how I present that.
I can positively say that I'm trying to manage my speed, my tone, and speak better.
Brainstorming, I actually enjoyed a lot. There were 3 methodologies, and I could actually apply that into my own team.
When Dineshrie spoke about is letting go of old beliefs so that I can train my brain to accept in new belief.
To prioritize healthy living as much as I prioritize my work.
The first person, second person, third person aspect, that was interesting for me.
That you can actually change your brain, and I didn't think that your brain can actually get damaged from loss of sleep, kind of foods you eat. Your gut affects your brain. That really is like wow moment.
I know if I'm taking care of myself, my brain also will function well.
How my actions affect my brain, how I eat, not exercising, all those things affect my brain, and in turn, how I think.
Getting some rest time. Take 10 minutes, daydream, meditate. That will refocus, and then my brain will get a little bit of a break.
To change my sleeping patterns. Take pause breaks, daydream, or change my eating habits.
I'm definitely going to be mindful, putting yourself in another person's shoes and then seeing it from a third party's perspective. That's basically how I'm going to lead. Think about the person that I'm going to maybe deliver bad news, for example. Think about how I would feel. Think about someone else and, sort of use that so that whatever I'm speaking, whatever I'm going to say is positive and comes out in the correct way.
We shouldn't be selfish.
What stood out for me was the daydream.
Some of us are more creative, others are more analytical, others are good speakers. So you can lead in different spheres.